Let's take a look at Apple and Groupon and bring in market guy Gregg Smith, because, Greg, you like both of these stocks. I want to start with Groupon. I still get Groupon notices, but I rarely, if ever, bite. I don't know the last time I've used Groupon, one of their coupons. You still think they've got a place here in this market?
I do. Good morning. I think many people might have thought of Groupon as a blockbuster of yesterday. But look, I think when we get back to normal, COVID is behind us, this world is going to witness a party that's going to make the Roaring 20s look like a bar mitzvah, right? People are going to want to get out. They're going to want to get off their devices. Our kids might get their heads out of their screens and might actually get back to a bowling alley or an ice skating rink or go rock climbing. So I think Groupon is the ultimate local merchant recovery play, right? We're going to have the local merchant up and down Main Street that's going to want to market and get to consumers and convince them to walk back in their doors again. And I'll tell you what, people want to do that, right? The travel stocks have already showed us that they believe a recovery is coming. And I think people are going to want to get out and stop shopping online and actually walk into a store or have an experience again. So Groupon, I think, is a great way to play that trend.
Well, and people care about the stores in their community. I know my family does. We want to help out those stores. And if Groupon can work with that sort of community spirit, I think you've got something there. It's a great point, particularly you think of restaurants. I mean, they could really benefit from this. Let's move to Apple, a totally different market, different sales strategy. You know, the new phone, they do seem to be recession-proof, because even I remember in 2009, going into 2010, the other companies were having trouble. Apple was booming right ahead, and they've got a new product now, and maybe even a new car.
Yeah, look, there's not much that I could add on Apple that most people don't know or the average consumer can witness with their own eyes just walking down the street. When I joined Stuart on the show here 3 weeks ago, my crazy year-end prediction when Apple was trading at 122 was that Apple was going to make a new high by New Year's Eve. And nothing much has changed with the fundamentals of Apple, but why I believe that was Apple is one of the most widely held stocks by funds, by mutual fund and hedge fund managers. All those folks are going to get paid on their performance when the books wind down this Thursday. So with Apple up the way it is this year, none of those people wanted to sell Apple. They didn't want to realize taxes. So they're certainly not selling. And there's something called window dressing, right? They want to see Apple close at a high because it's going to impact their pay and their performance for the year. So that's why I thought that Apple was going to trade higher in a year end. I believe that it should be a core holding. If you own it, I wouldn't sell it. If you don't own it, I'd probably hope for a pullback and I would add some. So
great advice. No, that's terrific advice, and you were spot on. Again, he said it would be higher when it was at 122 a couple of weeks ago.
Right on cue. So
yeah, it's now 137. Congratulations, Greg. Have a wonderful new year. Thank you very much, Greg Smith.